Sayang kasih, sayang kasih. வருஷா இங்க கோ லைவ் கொடுத்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா நீ அந்த உன்னோட போன்லயோ அதுலயோ யூடியூப் போயிட்டு லைவ் கரெக்டா போதான்னு ஒரு வாட்டி செக் பண்ணிக்கோ சைமல்டேனியஸ். ஓகே லைவ் வர்ஷா சார் பேசுறது கேட்கலையா? அது போய் வால்யூம் அதை அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணு ஓபிஎஸ்ல இதனால நான் ஹெட்செட் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கேன் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் தட்டா நான் ப்ளூடூத் ஹெட்செட் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்கேன் அதனால கனெக்ட் ஆகலையா? ஓகே 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 சாரி.
Mismanagement of finance takes you.
Sorry.
You have a good product, you have a good operations, you have good all these things, you have good things. But finance you can't deal, then you're gone. So now today our chief guest will be giving the details of all these nitty-gritties of this business model. I think we'll have a good session today with our chief guest. One great thing is we all can learn great things in this online learning platform, right? If it is going to be normal times, I think we are not going to meet each other in our lives.
Yes, ma'am.
But today we could, from Kolkata,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
could have a session with
Yes,
HICET-MBA Mukherjee. From internationally, we can have the great speakers to interact with us.
Yes,
so that
ma'am,
is the opportunity which this Corona has brought us. So let us use all these opportunities and make this, make our knowledge and let us all succeed in a big way in our life. So thank you all of them. Now I hand over the session to the Puneshwari ma'am. Thank you ma'am.
Nadia?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for your
Nadia, you can
presidential
give
address.
the chief guest address. Yeah.
நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதாடா? Thank you, sir. And it is an immense pleasure to introduce our resource person of today's workshop, Mr. Sayantan Mukherjee, founder of Innovators Garage and Hilltop Ventures. And he's at a National Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship Management, and he's an experience as a ex-innovation manager at Mahindra and Mahindra Limited, and mentored more than 550 engineering and managers and 1,200 plus students. He's a level 2 inventor in the theory of inventive problem solving and a mentor to various startups. And he's an innovation consultant at Mahindra and Mahindra, Simply Learn and more. He serves as a guest faculty in the Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, Pune, Sri Ramakrishna Engineering College, Coimbatore, and an Institute of Chartered Financial Analysts of India. He is on an immense to assist a million innovators design incredibly value products. With this brief introduction, we are very glad to have you in this session, sir. We all welcome you, sir, and the session is now over to you.
Thanks a lot for this brief. I'll just keep my camera on now. I hope you guys are able to see me now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. First of all, let me tell you, see, this is something this is going to be a very amazing learning experience, I can tell you. And with HOD sir giving such a nice preamble to this whole thing that we are going to discuss, I think the crux of it is already delivered to you, why we should be having this session today. And what is it? And that's amazing thing that he said, that as a business person, you have to understand multiple facets of business and life. That's both of these are so very critical. And one very important thing that's coming up now, you will rather I would keep it for you to look into the internet later on, is a personality that's required for the employees, the next generation employees who are going to join corporate. It's called the T-shaped skill set. Okay, understand a little bit, learn about it. Team Brown is the person who came up with this concept, and now it's all around the world. People are talking about T-shaped concept. So what is the skills that are required are very important for you, even if you are not planning to start a startup but want to join a company. Okay, and all these are are something that will go into a business model because companies use business model canvas. So without any other discussion, let's dive into this topic. And on and off, what I will require from you is to communicate either through chat, or you can feel free to unmute yourself and speak. Okay, there will be few things that I will require your views on. Okay, and that's how we will be building upon ours. So I'll keep the chat box open, and a lot of good mornings. Thank you all for welcoming me so well. Let's move on to the core subject today. Yes, and here it is. So, business model canvas at a glance. And the reason I have put this word at a glance is that, this session is just going to give you one moment of idea about what business model canvas actually is. But it's a big concept. It's a concept where the more you make, the more you work on, the more clarity you get out of it. Okay. So we will dive into this. We will try to understand. And you already have my brief. So this is who am I. Just kept it because anyways, I'll be sharing this with you in case you still forget me. I don't want you to forget me. So that's why I kept this with you so that whenever you open this, you know that this was the guy. Okay. However, so this is what we are going to discuss, right? And I sent it to you all just to have a look. Okay, nothing to read about, nothing to study much. Anyways, we are going to talk today, but I wanted you to have a look at this. Okay, and there was a specific reason why I asked you that. The reason is I wanted your opinion on this. See, there are terms that are used over here, like say key partners, value propositions, customer segments. All these things are something you understand that some sort of companies or some sort of businesses will be using, right? Now, what I need you to tell me is, who do you think will use a business model canvas? Okay, this is the reason I gave you. I'll stop the sharing over here, and I will require you to go to a website called just wherever you are. Okay, it may be a laptop, it may be your phone. Just go to the browser and type menti.com. Okay, go to menti.com. Fine. And once you go to menti.com, what you need to do is I will be projecting on the screen. There is a code it will ask you to fill. Okay, that code is going to be this code. You can see on your screen. Can you see the screen? You can see on the screen there is a code that's given 55040389. So first go to menti.com, MENTI, and put this code. Okay. And there is a question it asks. It asks that what company size do you think best suits to make a BMC? The business model canvas, we call it BMC. Okay. 4 options. A large company which we generally consider 500 plus employees and 50 plus vendors. Next, literally any size, doesn't matter. Third, early stage startups with 10 to 15 employees. And fourth is mid and large companies with 100 plus employees and 20 plus vendors. Okay, you can see the results coming up. Every time you guys start putting, the results will start coming up. So now start putting whatever you feel is right. Once you put, click the button submit. There's a submit button at the end. Click submit. Once you submit, you will start seeing. Okay, let your answers flow. You are a lot of people over here, so fast. Okay, don't get biased, guys. Don't get biased with if there is one sort of answers coming. Oh, I need to be in that herd. You can be a train breaker. Okay, go ahead. Put. There are 9 people who have already voted. Go ahead. Put. At least we need 25. At least 25 is required for seeing what is the trend. What is your understanding? And I just wanted to give you that picture in yesterday so that you have an idea that okay, fine, what it is, how it looks like. Fine. So we have 2, 1, 11, 2. That's the way things are moving. Okay. We have 16 people yet. Guys, fast. Menti.com, you have to go to menti.com and you have to put the 55040389 and then you can do this. 18 people done. Okay. At least 7 more required. Okay, 19 people done. 20. You can see the board happening in front of you, right? Okay, 21. Another 4, and then I'll tell you the fun of this activity. Okay, where are you guys? Okay, early stage startup is where maximum people feel somebody will the BMC. It's like a clean sweeping of an election party. Suddenly, early stage startups are booming. Okay, there are others 2, 4, and 3. Literally, any size is 4. Mid and large is 3, and only large is 2. Only 2 people believe it's the large companies. And mid and large, only 3 people believe. Whereas literally anybody can make it is a 4. And 15 people believe that early stage startups. Okay, one more. Anybody who puts one more is something where we can end here and we'll see. I think you guys already have said, but I want to see what the last person puts. Anybody? We are stuck. Yes. Okay. Last person has put at mid and large companies. Okay. Now, this is a very interesting graph that I saw right now. Many of you have voted for early stage startups, and more. We are getting more. But honestly speaking, BMC has this big names and all, and I a little bit try to influence you to the thing that startups, businesses, big names. Honestly speaking, anybody can make. Anybody not only can, should make a business model canvas. So your pink bar is what should have been the maximum bar over here. But it's very important for me to understand that what you believe, what you think, what is there in your mind, and then declutter. That's the reason why I sent you, and I wanted to understand from you. Thanks a lot for participating. We will have one similar type of thing at the end, okay? But that will be a knowledge check. However, let me stop the sharing. Guys, don't put more on startups, man. I told you the answer. The answer is B, literally any size, okay? Okay, let's go. That's fun activity. Now we will come back to where we were, and we were here. So I got your opinion. I wanted your opinion. I got that opinion, and you said that startups only. But let me tell you, no. Anybody should be making business model canvas before they start a project, before they start a business. Now we will deep dive into the business model canvas. Now it's important for you to understand that doesn't matter what your aspiration level are. If you don't want to be an entrepreneur, fine. It doesn't mean that then you can ignore this BMC. This is important for anyone who is trying to come up with a new project, who is trying to go ahead with a new work, and how simple things also require this BMC is something that we will explore today. Fine? Okay. So, how many of you love to drink tea? You guys drink tea? You can just put in the yes, I drink tea. Okay, Vishnu said yes. Okay, Manoj, Vinesh, Satish, everybody, yes. I actually love drinking tea. By the way, last probably 10, 12 days, I am drinking tea without sugar because I got a diet chart that I have to follow. Somebody said that I need to reduce weight. Okay, so otherwise, I would always love drinking tea. And I see there are so many people, you guys love drinking tea. Yes, we all do. Now, the question is, have you drank tea from a person like him? Okay, by the way, this guy is actually from Coimbatore, and this shop is okay. I searched all the internet to find a picture of somebody sitting in Coimbatore and opening a shop like this. Okay, have you ever tried a tea from this kind of a shop from this guy? When I was in Chennai, I remember I was staying in a place called Pallavaram. And just as I come down from the Pallavaram overbridge, the railway bridge, there used to be this kind of a shop, tea karai. And I used to go there and I used to drink tea from there. So if this I would love, and I definitely have. But have you also tried this kind of tea? yes. Okay, I started getting yes again. So this is the kind of interactions will keep on happening. Okay, and sometimes we will have maybe a little bigger interactions where you will feel bored typing, so you will feel like unmute and speak. Okay, so there is nothing that stops you from unmuting and speaking. Okay, speak your mind. That's the innovator's way. That's important. Okay. Okay, so yes, all of us, most of us, even if we have not person, we have seen people getting into this kind of a shop and drinking tea, right? And then there are people like him, okay, who sell tea, right? This is not the same type of thing that that guy, the previous ones sells, right? But they both sell tea, right? Both of them sell tea, and one is sitting at one place and selling, the other is taking the cycle here and there and selling. Okay, so but the same thing they are selling. Now these people, when they sell the tea, generally this is what they charge us, approximately 10 rupees. 10 rupees for tea, approximately 10 rupees. 10 rupees for tea, that's what they charge us. That's what they charge us. Do you agree? You agree? Yes, can I get a yes? If you, they sell ginger tea.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, thank you. 10 rupees, I think, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether now with this lockdown and all, they are definitely facing a lot of issues. People are hardly out there in the open place. I don't know your situation, but here there is lockdown. I guess there also you guys had a lockdown, or you are still having a lockdown. So people are not going out that much. So obviously, maybe they have to increase the rate that they charge for, but 10 is approximately the charge they put on buying a cup of tea. Now, there are some other type of people who do sell tea. Do you recognize this outlet? Have you ever been? Okay, thank you, Manoj. Manoj, let me know that there is lockdown. Okay, so have you been? Yes. Okay, you have. Ishak has seen this. Yes. So Chai Point. You tried Chai Point's tea? Great, awesome. Chai Point, what they charge for tea is this. Okay, almost thrice as what the other two they sell. Okay, just 1 minute. I just remembered that I forgot to mute my phone. It would ring anytime. Sorry. So Chai Point is at approximately 30 rupees. The regular is 30 rupees, 3 times. But it's selling the same thing. Tea only they are selling. Okay, good to understand that. But then, how many of you can recognize these guys? Who can tell me who they are? Oh yes, absolutely, Manoj, you are right. In fact, in this picture, yes, Starbucks, correct, absolutely. In fact, if you look carefully and if your eye is really good, then you will find on the blackboard the word Starbucks is written, and it's written over here somewhere where my cursor is. So yes, this is Starbucks, and Starbucks tea cost 20 times more than the tea that the guys we just met they sell, right? So what we saw is the same thing, the tea. Obviously, there are varieties of tea. Somebody is telling it's a masala tea, it's a ginger tea, this tea, that tea. Yes, different types of teas. But end of the day, there is a basic, just normal milk tea also is there in everybody's portfolio. And the minimum that a Starbucks is asking is 20 times more than this guy. So the question is, whom do they all sell? Where some people who are sitting at one place and making this tea is having also customers, and Starbucks also, you will find that there are people sitting over there. It's not that Starbucks is not making business. They are doing business, right? So whom do they sell tea? If I ask you that, okay, this guy, only this guy, not even the guy on the cycle, this guy, okay, whom do he sell tea? Can you tell me that whom do he sell tea? Before you tell me that, let me tell you, somebody asked me that today you are going to explain BMC. Whom are you going to explain it? Okay. If they ask me this question, then my answer will be something like this. This is how my user segment will look like today. They will be of approximately 20 to 25 years of age. They're studying engineering or MBA or something at that sort, undergraduate mostly, or maybe a couple of them are postgraduates. They aspire to be innovators. The kind of technical designations that you are seeing, these are generally for people who are looking for jobs. They are going to aspire for it, being an innovation manager, being a business analyst, business strategist, or tech innovation lead. Right? These are the things that you ought aspire for, right? As somebody who wants to join a company. But then there are people who want to be a successful entrepreneur, right? So that can be the aspiration. And then there are other factors that I need to know about these people. And what I know, mostly they will be joining over phone and laptop, right? That's why I checked with you whether you can hear me clearly. Very concerned about attendance. With my interaction with people, with students, for end of the session, they will ask, "Sir, will get attendance for this?" That's important, and I do agree. It's been not long that I also was a student. Though I took a break from my work, and then I went again back to studies. But it's pretty recent, not very long, that I also was sitting in an MBA college, and I was also concerned about attendance. Okay, so you guys love fun. Nobody can doubt that, and I am pretty sure that you guys are bored now and you long to go back to your campus. Isn't that so? Is it true or not? Do I get a yes or a no? I'm not bored. I am fine here.
Yes, sir, we are
I am
bored
fine,
enough.
absolutely. Okay. Only I think only Madhuri says that no, I am not. Okay. Yeah, I mean, see, there are people actually who are not so bored also, given that they are getting more time to spend with the family, which is a good. Always you need to find out silver lining in your life. And recently, when I was listening, when I was seeing people around in my neighborhood, I found some people, they are not with their parents, and their parents got COVID and all. They are very much, I mean, in a very different state. Some are stuck in some other states and all. So at that point of time, it feels like, yes, probably it's definitely good to work from home, stay at home, and be able to stay with their family and all. So yes, both do exist, and you have the right to freely say no. Absolutely not. I am not bored. So yeah, that's one thing. There are reasons to be bored. Now, what is important? What is important from this exercise that I just now did is I created something called a persona, my user persona. I don't know you before. I have never seen you before, right? Even now, your cameras are off, so I don't know you. I haven't seen you. But given the profile that when Bhuvaneshwari ma'am said that what kind of people are going to come, I just asked her and she gave me a little bit of idea. These students, they are from different backgrounds and that. So now I have an idea, okay, these are the kind of students who will be coming and what they are looking for. With my interaction with students, I have drawn that image, right? So you draw a mental image of the customer who is going to walk into his shop. Somebody who is going to walk into his shop is going to be somebody probably who is going by at that place, right? And he is probably looking for some way to rejuvenate himself. Probably he's tired, he's bored. He just probably is going somewhere else, and on the go he finds this shop, right? This guy may have a lot of new walking people, like people just randomly coming. Not all the time there will be repeat customers. Yes, there will be a set of repeat customers who will be like, yes, today I'll go out, and that person probably like me. Somebody I used to come back from office, and just as I get down from the train, I used to take a sip, and then I'll go home, right? So, and that's what's when I used to stay alone as a bachelor. When I used to stay, I used to do that. But once I had my family over there, I didn't care. So I would not go in there anymore. I will straight away try to reach my family ASAP. So this guy is going to get different type of customers, right? But this person, he is going to get a different type of customer, not similar to what the previous guy got. Both of them are looking for tea, for sure. But the type of people who are getting in here, he's the guy who is taking his cycle and going to the customer, right? So he finds his customer, not the customer, not the other way around. So definitely there is a difference in the type of customer he is catering to and the type of customer which the previous guy is catered to. And then there are these people. There is Chai Point, and then there is Starbucks. Chai Point is somewhere in between Starbucks and these people, and Starbucks is something else. But they also have a customer base. Think about it. Starbucks, for example. Who will be walking into a Starbucks store probably and have tea? Somebody probably who is trying to connect with somebody and get a business deal signed. He will take this guy to a on-chai discussion, right? And this on-chai discussion will not happen in a guy who is probably the one I showed you, the picture of the Coimbatore shop owner. Not his place going there, because this guy is probably coming from a multi-million dollar company. So he is going to sit in a place where there is free Wi-Fi, where there is AC on, where there is an atmosphere, an ambience created for a business deal to be discussed. It cannot be done in a shop like we saw in the first, or it cannot happen by standing in front of a guy with a cycle. But they are drinking tea. All of them are drinking tea. Now you see there are difference in the different type of customers, and if you know exactly who you are catering to, you can design your business for that individual. And one person does not need always to be a Starbucks. It can be something which is for the karai shop owner, the tea karai owner, right? So literally we are done. The business model canvas is done here. If you have done this part well, if you have defined your customer segment well, that exactly who is coming on walking into your store, what is the demography, what they want, what are the factors you know about them, then you have done almost 80% of the job, right? So this is the most crucial box of our business model canvas. It is funny that we start with the last box, because generally we are used to start from the right to left kind of left to right kind of thing. But here we will start with this box. Not that we are starting from the right to left thing, but we are starting with this box. That's it. Just remember this. That when you get a business model canvas, you want to fill in the whole thing with the details of your business. You start first with defining who is your customer segment. Whom are you going to provide value to? Okay, so that's the first part. Now onwards, what we'll do is we'll focus on one single person, and that person is this guy. His name is Saravana. I named him. Okay, I don't know his name. I found this picture from Google, so I don't know his name. But let us, for our discussion's sake, for the explanation, and so let's assume this guy is Mr. Saravana. Okay, so now you are seeing that he already has this thing, and for the time being, just forget it. Forget it that he has anything of this sort. Okay, he just decided that, you know what, I'll start tea selling business, and that tea selling business will be something where I will go to the customer, not the other way around. I don't have an infrastructure. I don't have a shop, because the other guy owns the shop or rents the shop, right? But that's the shop that he can go and sit. This guy doesn't have anything to rent or buy. So what he can do? Will he not do business? No. He has the right to do business, and he will do business. He will also earn money. So what he will do? That's why he said that, fine, let me start thinking, what should I be doing? But he has to fix the persona. And he got one persona. Okay? And that guy is Sanjay. Okay? Sanjay, for us, again, let's imagine. Imagination is an innovator's weapon, right? So, imagination is the best thing to do. I got this picture again. This is from internet, and this guy, I named him Sanjay. Okay, so Saravana wants to sell to Sanjay. What? Tea. Good. But let's try to understand what this guy does. Looks like he is sitting in some sort of a BPO kind of a stuff, a call center, and probably he has a lot of back pain because he has long work hours. He's sitting in front of the computer for long. and all these things are there about him. Okay, he is tired. Okay, now the question is, Saravana wants to sell the product tea to Sanjay. Anybody can drink tea, so there is no problem. He can choose anybody he wants. But tell me, why will Sanjay want Saravana's tea? What do you think? Why will he want? Anything that comes in your mind, you can just unmute and you can speak. No idea. Why will Sanjay drink tea from Saravana? Why will Sanjay drink tea? Tell me first.
Because I think Sanjay is very tired of these formal things. He needs some informal activity to be done.
Awesome. Very good point. Thank you. Ishak says he have no time to go and buy tea. Actually, this guy is not acting inside the campus and getting into his story. He has to, even if he wants to buy tea from Saravana, he has to go out. That's for sure. But focus on this part, that why tea. You will understand why from Saravana later on. His choice, obviously. Why his choice? Suddenly, why his choice? Absolutely. Vishnu, Pawan, both of you are right. Stress relief, simple, right? There is a requirement to relax. He's worked up, a lot of things going on, and call center jobs are definitely not easy. There's a lot of bashing all the time, right? And overall, with all these factors, he requires himself to get a little bit of stress relieved. This team does it well. Question is, what else? So the value that he is actually looking for is stress relief. He wants to get his stress relieved. That's why he's looking for tea. What else can you think of can release Sanjay's stress? Yes. Anything that you can think of that will. Anything else? Can you relate to this guy? Because obviously that's not the same guy, somebody else. But let's assume that's another avatar of Sanjay. Okay. When they are going out for tea, you will find a lot of them finding rejuvenation, able to be stress relieved by smoking also. Obviously, not everybody goes, smokers only. But this is another thing that does happen. And a lot of people who are under stress, they find this a good way to relieve their stress, right? Smoking. So now, imagine Saravana was thinking Sanjay will look for tea. And he found it right. Yes, Sanjay was tired. Sanjay was looking for stress relief. Tea is required. Now he figured out, you know what? He not only looks for tea, but probably since he is something where he's trying to get his tiredness relieved, he is probably okay with having a puff or two, and that's why I can look ahead and keep a cigarette pack in my shop. This is what Saravana starts thinking. That started off with tea, which is good. I can see that's going good, but I can add a cigarette as well. Then it looks more. There are non-smokers who also come. They don't want a cigarette. Then what can I give them? What can I give them that is valuable to them? Okay, somebody is drinking tea. What's valuable to them? Of course, biscuits, cookies. Definitely, that's valuable. That's important. Biscuits, cookies, okay. Many people are having. Can I have them energize themselves? Can I have some spicy potato chips? Wow, yes, definitely you can. You can have that as well. And now, after a long day of work, they are tired. They had the lunch, but by now they must be a bit hungry. That's the assumption that Saravana has. And with that assumption, he thinks that what if I also can provide them bhajis? Great combination. Tea. He's serving hot tea. He's giving them biscuits. He's giving them chips. He is now thinking, can he also give bhajis? right? So what essentially Saravana is trying to increase the value that he is able to provide to Sanjay, right? So whatever value that Sanjay was getting coming to Saravana's cycle, that he now knows that he has to increase. Okay, and if he can increase, then Sanjay is going to be there with him, right? So when we again look back into our business model canvas, first we looked into what? We looked into who is my customer. Now we are looking into how can I provide value to him? What a value that individual is looking for. Only when these questions came to Saravana's mind, he kept on asking that what else, what can I do for him? And he realized that not only he is tired, he's also hungry. So anything, can I give him bhaji also? He's earning money from it. He's growing his business also. But he's growing his business by providing value. There is no harm in it. You should always provide value by doing business, right? So you are going to earn money, but you have to provide value. If you are not providing value, then nobody is going to pay you. So any business, any sort of a business you are running, any sort of, even if you are going into a job or something, whatever project you are creating, if that project, if that whatever work you are doing, if that is not valuable for the target user, it's not going to run. Nobody is going to like it. Nobody is going to pay for it, right? So the next most crucial box thing that you need to do when you are filling this business model canvas is, once you have realized for whom you are doing it, you start realizing what they look for, what is real value to them, right? That's value proposition. That's the next box that you start filling. In layman terms, you can fill it in layman terms. You will find, if you search business model canvas online, there are very strategy specific terms that they have used. Probably you find this, that use very simple things. What are they looking for? What is their pain point? And how can I solve it? That's it. Are they looking for? What is their pain point? And how can I solve it? That's it. Okay. So that's value proposition. Now these two boxes for Saravana is done. Okay. Now Saravana has to think that, okay, I will provide all these things. Okay, all these things I will make. But what are the different activities that I need to do in order to be able to provide this value to Sanjay? What are the different things that I need to do? Okay. So he has to first think that, okay, tea and bhaji, these two things I have to make, right? I have to make these two things. But the other three things, cigarette I cannot make. I'm not producing cigarettes, using chips or biscuits, right? So what I have to do, I have to buy these things. So there are two type of activities that he is doing here. One is something he's making and something is buying. Other than that, also there are other activities which are there. Like he has to actually go to the place where his target customer Sanjay is. So that's also an activity, right? For the sake of understanding, let's focus on these two. Okay. He's making something and he has to buy something. He has to make sure that all the stock is there, right? If he has to provide value to Sanjay, let's assume for the timing that he's a non-smoker, he wants biscuit. If he is not buying biscuit before he comes there, then Sanjay is not getting the value he was looking for. He was leaving his chair in the BPO. He was thinking, today Mr. Saravana is going to bring the tea and I will have biscuit with it. And when he reaches there, he says, oh my God, you don't have biscuit today. And this poor guy says, no, I actually forgot to bring biscuits. Doesn't work. Next day, he will not think of Mr. Saravana. He will think of somebody else. Saravana, I don't know whether he will bring biscuit or not. Let me skip him. I don't want to go to get one and then I find that he didn't bring biscuit, right? So these are very important things. If you miss that, you lose customer. So very key activity, right? So the third important box to fill is the key activity box of the business model. So what all you need to do to ensure that you are able to provide the value your customer is looking for. Fine. All these activities when you do, there are certain things that you have, certain things that you don't have, right? Whenever you are starting your own business also, you will find certain things you do have on your own. You can use those to perform these activities. But certain things you don't have. You have to rely on others, right? And there comes these two questions. What do you have and what you need to rely on others? what do you need to get from others? Okay. So in case of Sarvana, what essentially happened is he has these things. We assume that he has a stove. Okay, that's an assumption that I am making. I'm creating this persona. I decide that this is something that he already has. He has a stove. Okay. Why he requires the stove? He requires the stove to make these two products. He is making tea. He is making bhaji, right? So he requires stove for both these products. Then he requires certain utensils. One of those is what I have shown here. A couple of them I have shown here, but he requires utensils also. So let us assume that he has this. But then these are, because he has this, we will call them resources, his own resources. But then there are things that he doesn't have, doesn't own. Okay. So whatever you own are your resources. Whatever you don't own, you have to rely on partners, right? So whatever he doesn't own, see, a lot of things he doesn't own. He doesn't own the milk. He do not have a milk manufacturing factory or something. He doesn't own it. So he has to rely on a milk vendor for that. Very critical. One day the milk vendor doesn't turn up, he cannot make tea. He cannot make tea means he was not able to provide the value that his customer is looking for. And that means zero business, right? Very important partner, milk vendor, tea leaf seller, right? He may be buying probably thrice in a month tea leaf, but he has to buy it on a constant basis, right? He cannot own a tea factory because he do not have that means to do that, right? So he has to rely on this tea vendors, like less cost for repeat customers. That's a good idea. Okay, you are coming you always come. So sometimes I may give you, maybe 2 days, you don't have to pay. You just pay me later on. Don't worry. All these things do happen. Less cost and good taste. See, less cost, there's a plan. In business, what happens, if you go too much less cost, what you're doing is you're reducing your margin. If you're reducing your margin, over a period of time, your business will not be sustainable. You cannot sustain the business, right? So you have to have that minimum. And if you find that by reducing your cost, what stops the other people also to reduce cost? They also can reduce the cost. So that's not an advantage that you have on your own, right? Serving with a smile and a friendly approach always works, no doubt in it. Yes, people always love. We always love to go to that person who serves with us. Definitely. All these points are very, very important. But given the context we are talking, I'll tell you one witty thing that this guy can actually do. So he's making tea, right? He's standing just outside this office, right? So the target customers are people who are working in this office, and there is no bar in the rank who will come down to have the tea. What if the two HR guys, HR guys are responsible for your increment, for your promotion and all, okay? Those guys come, they drink tea and they are discussing that, this time it's very bad situation. Company is not doing good. Actually, nobody is going to get any promotion, but you know what? Management has said not to tell to anybody. Otherwise, people will not work. They discussed, they went. This guy have heard this. For him, nothing matters. But he knows that for the customer, next customer who is going to come and he is hoping for a promotion, for him this matters. So when this guy comes, he'll say, yeah, I was actually hearing, I don't know the truth or not, but this guy was actually talking about it. I don't know whether it is true or false. But you know what? This is something that they were telling. Now, this is right or wrong, that's a different question. The question is, for him as a business, is it going to work? Over a period of time, if this guy is keeping his ears open while what happens is he is trading information for with respect to what he's getting back? Customer loyalty. People are not only going to come for the tea. Now in that value proposition, you are adding another value, information. Crucial secret information, company secrets, which interior people are not telling. This guy has it because people are discussing here and he knows a lot. He started knowing names. So now he can talk about it, right? That's something that somebody may use. And you know what? Go and check the reality out there. It is like that. The most crowded place is not where the best tea is sold at lesser cost. It's where they get to gossip, and they get to gossip not only among themselves but with this guy, because this guy has enormous information. He and right now, look into all everywhere where people are talking about, people say that data is money. So essentially this guy has a lot of data. So this is one way that he can actually start thinking that how can I get repeat customers may come back repeatedly to me, right? So this is his way of thinking. Now you, as a business, when you are starting your own business or when you are going to sell through your company, you have to think that what can I do to ensure that I have repeat customers. Probably you have realized that in your line of segment, once you sell a product, generally people don't provide a very good customer service. That's the reason why Maruti Suzuki for a long period of time was way better known for them being one of the crucial one of the companies who consider customer service as most crucial, right? So people start believing, no, they have something very unique which others don't have. I'll come to them. So you have to find for yourself, for your business, what is that X factor that you can create which will make somebody to come back to you. So what all we discussed in this? We discussed two things. One, how will Saravana reach his customers? And like you, how you as an individual will reach your customers. If you are working on your own venture, what mode are you going to apply to reach? Are you going to create a website or are you going to put up a store? Are you going to create both? Lenskart, very famous company, they started off with website. They were doing good business, and then they started having physical stores as well, where people can walk in and get their product, right? So just like Saravana is doing it for a small tea shop, you who is planning to start a start, you also can think, how can I reach my customers? Some very big companies, like say, for example, Reliance Jio, they want to reach everywhere. So what they have started doing, they started when they wanted to reach even the small towns, what they started doing is they started making dealers from there. So there were a lot of homegrown small dealers whom they contacted. They sent people to talk to them and convert them as Geo SIM dealers, and they gave them a lot of privileges so that they are ready to jump in with them. Now that's what was the aim when they started off this Geo business. The aim was to ensure that they can easily reach the last mile of the customers. That's exactly what Saravana also is thinking. That's exactly what a startup also will be thinking. That's exactly what Ambani also will be thinking. There is no discrimination in this regard. BMC is equal for all. So what we did, the fifth checkbox we have done. Here you see customer relationships and channels. This is what we covered. Okay, channels is how you reach. Customer relationship is how you continue, whether it is going to be a transactional relationship or it's a continued one. Fine. This all part, the upper part is completely done. We are left with two bottom boxes, very important boxes. And these are important for Saravana as well. So Saravana is now thinking that, okay, fine, I got everything. I realized how will I reach. I realized that what kind of relation I have to maintain. All this is good. How much should I need to spend? Now I have to look into my money, right? Whenever you start a business, you have to spend money. Even if you are an innovation manager and you are responsible to start an innovation project in an organization, where probably coming in the next couple of years, you are going to launch that product, you have to start with investing money first. You have to invest in R&D. You have to start creating prototypes. You have to go to the customers to talk to them. A lot of things, right? So these are investments that you make. Obviously, Saravana also has the same thing. So these are everything that he requires. There are, if for permission he has to pay something, yes, that's a cost. If for the cycle he has to pay something, he has to buy that. That's a one-time cost, but it's a cost. And the other things that he has, these are all that he has to have a recurring cost. Milk will get over, water will get over, gas that's there in his stove, that will get over. So that's a recurring cost. So there are two types of costs that he has to keep in mind when he is starting. And this is the basic form of thinking: what costs do I need to incur? What all things do I need to consider when I start? How much am I going to spend initially? Is there, do I have the bandwidth to maintain it? Some startups, when they start, you know very well that they go for funding. Why do they go for funding? Because they know that if I want to scale this product, if I want to reach a lot of customers, the initial investment is what is funding going to provide me. So that's why they go into angel investors, they go to venture capitalists, and these people, they pay them, right? So they believe that yes, this idea has the potential to go big. I will put my money in. I will take some percentage of stake in that company, and when the company becomes a highly valued one, I will exit from the company by getting my money back. In fact, many a times getting my money back. So all the startups, they have somebody to fund them. For there are many entrepreneurs who don't want to go into this angel investors or venture capitalists. They go for bank loans and they get the loans, right? And then there are some people who bootstrap. What is bootstrapping? Bootstrapping is nothing but putting your own money, friends and families and fools. Whoever is ready to give you money. That's a very bad term, actually. People say 3Fs and they say friend, family, and fools. But honestly speaking, a lot of these fools actually become very, very rich if they have identified the right people to invest in. So a lot of people get a very good return. So, however, this is important, and this is coming from my own experience. I'm telling you, people who consider themselves as fools while putting money, they got their money back. Not only they got their money back, they got higher returns. So now they don't consider themselves as fools. So this is important that you decide how you are going to start. We assume initially Sarvan is somebody who has to bootstrap. Maybe he's not going to get a loan because he don't have much of collateral to give. He cannot talk about that I have all these things that I can give you in case I'm not able to repay you. So he has to bootstrap. He has to, whatever money, he has to start with it. Then he has to generate money from the business, put it into the business. Then he can slowly grow his business. That's how most of the small businesses grow, right? So the sixth check in this box, this BMC, is the cost structure. That's something that he has to, anybody has to, and who is working on this BMC. No surprises, only one box left. That's the revenue stream. And the question that Saravana is asking is, how am I going to earn money? Okay. So now we all know that Saravana is going to simply earn money by selling his. What's the big thing about it? But then let's think, what else can he do to earn money? And now let's think that all the legal ways he can do. There are multiple illegal ways also he or anybody else can do, but we will not consider this as anything which is which should go into the business model canvas. Nothing should go into the business model canvas, which is definitely illegal. So you should not be may bring you to the that you are doing this illegally. So he cannot do anything illegal. Definitely, for sure, you cannot run a business for long if you are doing illegal things. But he has to find out other means of earning money, right? So what other things that he can do? Can you guys tell me what other things he can try? Now that you know that what he sells and all, what are the things that he can try? Push your limit. I don't see yet anything coming. Credit buying. Manoj Kumar, can you please explain this part? Oh, what is credit buying?
Yes, sir. This is Manoj from Ramakrishna
Yes,
Collection. So, credit buying, as you have said, we have no investment amount in this. So, we can able to get a credit access from the suppliers in grocery stores. Also, we
Okay.
no need to have a much capital by spending amount in getting a groceries, like
Okay.
a
Okay.
milk as well as a tea powder, such a way. We
Okay.
can less
Okay.
them.
Okay, nice point. But that will not get counted as your revenue. It is definitely going to go in your cash flow. You have the cash. You are not actually spending that money. You are getting on credit. That's a good. That's actual. I mean, most of the business doesn't work where we can pay upfront. Even I was talking about my restaurant business, right? We also don't pay upfront. All the groceries, all the veggies, there is a credit period of 15 to 18 days. So post that only we pay. It's important to have cash flow. And that's absolutely right. Yeah, that's one way, but that's not a revenue. Revenue is from where you can earn money, and the money is yours, a profit that you can, whatever subtracting your cost, whatever remains, you can actually use it for your growth, the business, or something. Okay, in case you are not able to think, can you think like this? Can he try advertising? Because he's telling, selling tea, and people are tasting that tea, right? And these people go back home also. The morning tea, they don't come to Saravana to have. Now, when they are tasting the tea and they say, wow, Saravana, and he says, you know what? I am actually using Lipton tea. It's very good. Very good. You just have to keep it on soaking mode for this much a period of time, and it will be like awesome tea. Wow, amazing. Very good. So, what he is doing in a subtle way is he's advertising a tea brand, and the tea brand probably will be paying him. So, his customer over here, somebody who is paying him over here is the customer, and his customer over here is going to be the brand itself. So, now what value can I create? I can generate value by providing them customers otherwise who are not theirs. The people who are coming and asking, what tea are you using? And he's saying Lipton tea. And they are saying that, oh, is it good? It tastes good. And yeah, try it. It's good. So now Lipton gets one additional customer, right? So that's kind of an affiliate marketing. You are talking about somebody else's product and you are talking about it. It's a good way of doing things. So advertisement or affiliate marketing is something that he actually can try out. Additionally, other than just selling whatever he's selling in his counter, right? Okay, Vishnu says gives a very good thing. He says that he can sell tea powder. Yes, if he has the ability to keep some powders with stocks with him, and in case people are actually saying that yes, this is something that we are going to use, then why not? I have it, use it. So we have the final box, the very important box, and it says that revenue streams is how, where it's all come down to these revenue streams. You earn the money, you earn the profit, right? Now, whatever you are doing with your BMC, remember always this slide. This slide says that all these boxes are good, but make sure you are starting with the customer box only, the customer segment box only, and you are spending time understanding who is your customer, defining it very well. Like I just showed, 4 type of customers are drinking teas from 4 different places. All of them have a very niche segment. The better you go niche over there, that exactly who is this my guy or that my guy, go as sharp as possible. The moment you draw that persona well, you can start realizing what value they are looking for, and the rest of the things they will easily follow. That's going to be very easy. So your job, very crucial, the first box, right? Up to this, is this clear to you? Now, do you know who makes a BMC? I hope you know. Now, if till now everything is absolutely clear, and doing this, if you're absolutely clear, just put in the comment box CC. CC, which is crystal clear. Did you understand the BMC well? Awesome, great. Thank you. Very good. You all promise that you have understood this. Now there is a knowledge check. I'll check, and let me stop the presenting, and I will again. But this time you are going to use a different code. Okay. Okay. Well, wait a minute. So you can see the screen, right? And there is a music playing. So you just keep your go to the menti.com once more, and just 1 minute. Let me see if I can stop the music. I think this music is. Wait a minute. Joining till the time I just stop the music a bit. Uh, Stop the music. No music. Here also no music. Awesome. Great. And here I share once more. Okay, you will be able to see the results also coming up fast over there. And 4 people have already joined. Please join this menti.com. Okay, go to the code that you are going to use here is 22901328. Put your name, choose your avatar, and join the quiz. There are 2 questions that we will have, and there is going to be a quick feedback at the end. Awesome. Fast, guys, fast. More people join fast. You are 100 over here. At least 30 people should join. I should get an understanding of how well you guys have understood. Okay. 22901328. You have to type this once you reach the menti.com. There is a leaderboard at the end, so we will see who is the winner after you are done with this. So, nice avatars. Okay, great. And we'll see who wins this. 15. Okay, fast, guys, fast. Yeah, awesome. We are just very good on time. We have 5 more minutes. Awesome. Clutter this as much as possible. Yes. Oh, wow. Whose birthday is it? Somebody has come up with a birthday avatar, a birthday cake. Awesome. Fast, guys, fast. 22, 23. Let's have 30 at least before I give you the question. Somebody left. Wow. Guys, come back. Yes. Oh, somebody's a ghost, it seems. Okay. Santa Claus is here. Fast. You have to join once, and then we will have 2 questions over there. Very nice avatars people are choosing over here. And 4 more. 4 more people. Just 4 more, and we will start the quiz. So fast, be fast. Whoever hasn't joined yet, 22901328 at menti.com. 28, 2 more, just 2 more. Okay, we have it. Oh, a lot of people. Okay, the question now, there is a timer to this question. So the question comes, the timer will begin. There will be 4 options, 3 options here, either 3 or 4 options. You have to choose one of them, and there is one correct answer. Okay. So it's coming up on your screen. Who best fits Chai Point's customer segment? A construction worker who migrated from another state. Elon Musk when he comes to India. A middle-aged woman looking to spend some time alone. Okay, a middle-aged, well-to-do woman looking to spend some time alone. So these are the 3 customer segments. Is going to be the results are coming in. 2, 1, and go. Time is up. Let's see what's the result. Okay, 14 people have got it right. Chai Point, right? Chai Point, construction worker doesn't really work. 30 rupees for chai, a construction worker will find it difficult. But yes, Elon Musk also will not think to come to Chai Point to have it. But yes, 14 of you have gauged it absolutely right. Okay, next up, we have another question. Let's see who is going to get it. And by the way, there is a time. Faster you give answers, the higher you score. Okay, so next question. Here it is. Question 2 of 2 is up here. Everybody ready? I'll put the enter. Okay, I start the question. Here is the question. Chai Point acquired a tea leaf supplier. Under what box of the business model canvas should they update this? Under what box should they update this? They have acquired a tea leaf supplier. Key activity, key resource or key partner. Under what uh, box in the business model canvas should they use, should they update this? Okay. Fast, 28 people could join. Fast, 31. Go, let's see. Wow. Simply, I'm impressed, man. This was not an easy question. And you guys made it look so easy. 20 of you could get it right, which is amazing. Out of 34, 20 of you got it right. So, absolutely brilliant work done. For those who didn't get it correct, when you acquire something, you own it, right? I confused you by saying it's a tea leaf supplier. So you will tend to put them as a key partner, but when you have acquired them, you own them. So whatever you own, resource. So absolutely right, it's a key resource. Okay. Now let's see what is the leaderboard. Who has won today's contest? Let me see that. It's in front of you. Okay, it's coming up. Awesome. Let's see who has won it. And fastest was Shireen. Shireen was fastest with 1765 points. Amazing. Congratulations, Shireen. Amu and Magical Rhino, you guys also was amazing. Very, very close by to yourselves, but Shireen was way ahead. Excellent. But one last slide, which is essentially a feedback slide for me. This is for me. And this is something that you will do live for me, which is I have 2 questions for you to rate. Okay. Number 1, the explanation, the examples used to explain the concept, and me as a trainer. You don't know much about me. It's okay. You just, whatever, we interacted for a little over 1 hour. So you hate it or you loved it. So can you just put it? Thank you. It's a immediately it comes up live. So please, I have got 7 people already putting, and don't hesitate. If you feel like it wasn't good, don't hesitate, please. If you feel like it wasn't that great. Okay. So it's anonymous, by the way. Nobody knows who has put what. Okay. This is not the previous one where the name came up. So please be blunt on the face and say that if I didn't like or did like. So 21 people have already put a 4.9 and a 4.8. Thank you. Thanks a lot. That means a lot to me. And I still keep on getting it. You can see live, I think, what's there up. So I am just on time. It's 1. And now I open the forum for questions from your end. I will stop the sharing. You can still put it, but I'll stop the sharing. And I'll go back to you. Okay. Any questions that you guys have? No questions? Sure. Everybody, the concept was clear to all of you? I did acknowledge second question was tricky. I knew it, but you guys have done fantastic. So hats off to you guys on that. If you don't have any questions, then I'll hand over to Bhuvneshwari now. Yes, ma'am.
Myself,
Yes,
Nadia. And I have a question.
Who is this? I just missed.
Myself, Nadia, sir.
Yes, Nadia. Tell me.
Yes, sir. After going with the customer segments,
yes. What is
and
your
we
question?
are going the next step to a value proposition. Before, in between that, like for my knowledge, after the customer segment, the value proposition, the company will go to the customer with the channels. But here, when you explained, it comes in the fifth position. So I have that doubt.
Okay. Very good point. Very good point. This actually asked a very fundamental question Nadia asked. So how it works is there are, when we meet customers, there are 2 type of things that we meet. One is channel that you see on the PMC is how our products reach the customer because of us. That's the channel we find. So that means that in case of you selling a product, say you are selling biscuit to urban people, to rural people and all. You need to have the biscuit reaching somewhere where the person can come up to a shop and buy it. Now, For that, I require a small shop owner sitting in that urban or rural place, hosting my biscuit. That's the channel that is going to go into the BMC. But the one that you are talking about is, how do I get to know my customer? That does not require you to set a channel. That does not require you to set a shopkeeper. You can directly take a train, take a bus, take a flight, go there, spend probably a couple of days or so going around, seeing people what they are doing. That is not channel. That is not a thing that you are repeatedly going to use. A channel is something that you have to develop very cautiously. That what I can provide to this shopkeeper so that he can continue with his shop and continue to hold my biscuit over there, right? So channel and the way you initially meet your customer to understand what they need, these are two different things. Okay. Did that answer your question, Nadia?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Vishnu asked me something. What piece of advice would you give to us who want to become entrepreneurs? Piece of advice. See, the point is there are a lot of negativity about things all around. Don't pay much heed to negativity in the sense that 92% of startups fail. These are things which is true, but there are 8% who succeed, right? So don't pay much heed into things which does not go good. Also, don't try because it is cool. Because there is a lot of people who believe that, wow, you're an entrepreneur. Oh, you have a startup. That means like I have done a big thing in life. Honestly, let me tell you, it's not that glorious thing. Okay, uh, I have I have tried my own whatever names you are seeing right now. These are names that I am working on right now. The startups that you can see over there. But before that, also I worked with my own venture, which I had to close down. I had to shutter it down. Something which was me not able to choose a very good team. Our product was very good. Our customer segment was good. Probably sometime later I'll talk about it. Yeah. So we got initial funding as well. Everything was good except for principally we were not able to agree. So everything doesn't. Though they may glitter, they are not gold for sure. Number one, and number two is even when you are personally thinking that I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to start something on my own, then don't look into any negativities. And third, and the most critical thing is, even before you think that you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to join a company, fix it on your goal. Okay, one mission, very important. What do you care for? If you are clueless about it, guys, please go back and spend time on it. And there is nothing wrong of it. I can tell you upfront. 87 people are here right now. And irrespective of students and teachers, I'm telling about everybody. Out of this 87, maybe 17 people have that clarity that exactly what they want in life, what the goal is. And let me tell you, I also sometimes miss, come back again, I stop, I miss, again I come back and realize what I actually want to do. Where do I want to create value? Where do I feel the passion to do things? This is very, very important for you. First, you decide that. Then you decide whether you want to be an entrepreneur or whether you want to continue in an organization as an entrepreneur. So these three things will be my advice.
So I have a question.
Yes, yes, Manas.
Yeah, I have three questions. So first question is, which business is good? Either it should be an innovative product or it should be an existing business to develop. And my second question is, you have said that freebies is not going to be a successful business. And you have also given an example that I have recharged with the 50 rupees and a cashback of again 50 rupees and I'm not going again with that. So if you're saying that the Jio has announced 1 year of feedback, and the JioMart is also having 100 rupees. Even if you are ordering 100 rupees of masa bottle or whatever the cookies that we are ordering, they are giving it to the home delivery at a free of cost. It is a freebies, but they are running in a profitable manner. And my third question is, And my third question is, you have said that without an investment, how to say in the sense, the tea seller has no investment, but how he is going to do that? So you have said somewhat branding by saying that affiliate marketing or direct selling. I think that direct selling and affiliate marketing is somewhat related to each other, but I'm not having that much knowledge in that. So my solution or my thing is by selling a product in e-commerce, that is by creating something. I would like to say that in Tamil Nadu, there is a website called speedkadai.com. They are
Okay.
selling whatever the things that they are famous in Tamil Nadu, that is especially in snack items. So
Okay.
what they are doing is they are having a dealership with a lot of shop sellers, and they are getting the food and they are exporting and they are giving to the final consumers. So after
Okay.
this, the amount is getting from the shopkeepers. So there is no investment in this particular thing. My investment only is a website creating and to dispatch the order from a correct place to end consumer. This is what. Whether this all these questions, I need an answer for all these questions and the suggestion for the last third question.
Okay. So you have to repeat these questions. I actually forgot the first two now by the time I kept on listening to you. So I'll start with the last part. Okay. The last business model that you talked about, that's called platform business. Okay. Where you have a lot of people are coming up, and it's not that you just have a website. What you probably may not be able to see, but they are doing is marketing for them. So just think about it like Amazon. Okay. Right now, there are multiple sellers on Amazon, and we as customers of these sellers, and we don't hardly care. How many of you have actually looked into the name of the different sellers? Not many of us does. Many people do check the rating and all, but many of us don't do it. We don't care much because we know that we are going to Amazon and we know that there is a policy that they have. They also do the same thing where they are helping in dispatch. But one of the biggest things that Amazon has secretly done, which is not otherwise visible, is they have been able to stick the name Amazon in our mind. The moment I say something that I need to buy this, immediately either we will go to Flipkart or we'll go to Amazon, right? We are not going to go to this. So that's called the platform business. That's where they directly take commission, they get sellers on board. And this is not something which is affiliated in that order. Okay. Affiliate marketing or the kind of marketing that I was talking about, this guy Saravana could have done, or let's say advertisement, it's something where you are just talking about one single product. So, for example, I am an innovation coach, okay, and I mentor a lot of people. I train a lot of students. Now, say for example, there is an author sitting in the US has written a very important innovation book. Very nice book he has written. I read that book. I liked that. And now what I have done is I have signed an affiliation with him and I agreed to go into an affiliate marketing with him. So what am I doing is once I am done with my sessions at the end, I am saying that, you know what, I just talked about design thinking and all those aspects. And now end of it, there's a book on design thinking, which is extremely good. Obviously, I am truthful about the fact that it is good at telling you that, you know what, you can use this book. And given the affiliate discussion that we had, the agreement that we have, I am probably giving a coupon code also, a part of my commission, where I am saying that you go ahead and you buy this book, you get it at a less cost. There is a discount given in my name. Now that's what affiliate marketing actually works. That's a different thing. That's not a platform strategy. The platform strategy is one thing. Affiliate marketing is another thing. Okay. Direct selling on the other hand is I am keeping Lipton tea at my shop and I am giving people, they are coming and they are saying, Acha, give me Lipton tea. Okay, Lipton tea I give. I'm not telling that, this is very good tea, you know. So here what Sarvana is doing, he is not keeping any product with him. He is just using his brand value of truthfulness and trust that he has earned from the customers and influencing them that, you know what, this is good. And they believe Sarvana. They don't believe Lipton yet. But because Sarvana is making good tea, they believe that Lipton also will be good. So that's affiliate marketing part. The second question, I remember what you said. It was related to freebies, and you were saying that how if freebies is something which is not a very good business model, how Reliance and all they are able to manage. I will share you one video. Okay, how credit also in that way. See, you pay your credit card bills and you get cashbacks, you get this, that, a lot of things. But how credit actually earns money, or how Reliance is able to do this? There is a very brilliant concept in business, which is on changing customer behavior. So when first time Reliance Jio came, you remember the extreme cheapness in the Reliance Jio internet that was provided, right? Everybody was using Jio internet. It was so dirt cheap. A SIM is easily available. The cost of using internet was absolutely easy. What they could do is they could kill the competition in the segment. So in the infrastructure, the infrastructure that they created, they spent enormous money, humongous amount of money to create not only the brand value but also to lay the optic throughout the country. They made sure that the moment people start using their internet, they don't face problem. Now, when they started initially, we started using internet. I remember I was that time in Pune. We were facing a lot of problems, but we were not complaining. You know why? Because Jio was giving dirt cheap rate. So we were not anyways complaining because we were paying probably some 50 rupees and we were getting this much GB of data. Sometimes if the internet doesn't work or call drops happen, I don't care. It's so dirt cheap. That was the time they were preparing things. They were laying the optical fiber throughout the country. Now when they were ready and the business was almost everybody moved from Airtel, Vodafone, Idea, everybody jumped into Jio. At least even if they have a SIM, they are using internet, that's always Jio. Now the moment they did this, what Jio strategy had been, how Jio is doing, even if you go to Vodafone, you will still get a lifetime, a 3-month or 4-month validity for rupees, say 84 or something like 99 or something like that. But Jio has made the minimum price for validity at least 499, 599, big amounts, not any small amounts, because they know that they have killed the competition there. That's a strategy. So now, when you have a deep pocket, you have the best, create the foundation, then create the right conducive system for your business to run. Okay, so that's not comparable with any small startup who is starting today and bootstrapping. For them, it's very difficult. If you want to sustain, that's not possible. Somebody like Jio will come and give you. So you have to ensure that you have a set business where you're generating profit over and over again. Okay? This was your second question. I forgot the first question. Can you repeat the first question?
Yes, sir. The more innovative product or the existing business with somewhat competition.
Which one to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember always, whatever you do, if you are able to provide value, then it doesn't matter whether you are coming into the business with an existing product or your new product. Somebody comes with like let's take, since we were talking about Jio. The Jio provided people huge benefit of least cost internet. Right? Everybody initially already had the smartphones, but they didn't have internet. And Jio ensured that everybody now has internet also. So this was one thing that they found that people are looking for, the value that they're looking for in the rural areas. People are not able to get the internet that is required. So they started looking into providing that value. It was an existing product, nothing new, nothing innovative. But the way they applied was the innovation in the strategy. So you have to have innovation either in the product, either in the strategy, either in the business model, somewhere or the other. You have to have an innovation which creates a differentiation. Or you can look at an existing product and you say that, this product is not good enough. I want to come up with a new innovative product. Okay. But you coming up with a new innovative product does not guarantee you success unless you are able to provide people value. If you find out that, yes, using my product, people are going to get value that they're looking for, yes. Okay? So keep this in mind. Value is important. And innovation has to be there, because if everything could have been just copy-pasted, then everybody would have been successful. It doesn't happen. Only a couple of people become successful. Who become successful? Some people who actually are able to come up with a innovation, either in the strategy, in the business model, or in the product itself. Does this answer all your questions?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So I guess cross the limit of one. So what do you say, ma'am? Is it fine?
Yes, sir. It's time, sir. Any more questions? Any more
Yeah.
questions?
Any questions?
Two questions can be allowed. Since it's time, two questions can be allowed.
I'm very happy interacting with all of you because kind of questions that you guys are asking is really good, really matured questions. Yes, any
Thank you, sir.
questions?
Yeah, I think so. There's no question, sir.
Okay.
I request Kalimati Madam to give for the thanks.
So good afternoon all. So I take immense pleasure in proposing the vote of thank Mr. Sayantan Mukherjee sir for making crystal clear what is business model canvas. So thank you sir. We express a sincere gratitude for being with us and explaining all the participants. It was really crystal clear. So I hope like everybody would have got to know what is business model canvas. So thank you so much for that. I also thank a management, CEO, director for providing us an opportunity to bring a resource person and organize workshops. And I express my gratitude to Dr. Bhuneshwari Madam for bringing such a resource person so that we had a very good knowledge sharing session. So thank you, Madam. So thank you, sir. I also thank all the participants for your patient listening and interacting and participating in menti.com and all those activities which you had during the session. So thank you all. And one more thing, feedback form is posted already in the chat. You can fill it up so that you will receive your certificate. So thank you for being here. Once again, I thank the resource person as well as the organizers. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sayantan sir. Amidst your wishes,
Thank you, sir.
You accepted this and made us grateful too.
You're
Thank you,
most
sir.
welcome. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, session. Your energy was brilliant, right? It's just 2 hours, I think.
Sir, share your LinkedIn.
It's a nearly 2 hour session.
Sir, somebody wants your LinkedIn, sir.
Yes, I will paste it here.
Okay,
So
sir.
let us be in touch, and you can also be in touch with the department for developing entrepreneurship.
Sure.
I think it will be fine for us.
Absolutely. I'll share my LinkedIn link with you guys. Here it is. So I'll be happy to connect with all of you. It was really a pleasure. Honestly, I'm very honest while I say that, this level of interaction, the kind of questions, the quality of questions, I loved it. Really loved it. Made my day also. Thank you. Okay, I'll bid goodbye to you now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shall we close down, sir? Sambil, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yes, Nadia, all the streaming is over.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shall we go down?